And I think relying on my slinger flinch shots in order to incapacitate the target will definitely help allow me to at least get some charges off, because when it's raging around at top speed, I'm not going to be able to get full or true charges. It just won't stay still long enough for that to really happen. But it should be exiting rage mode, but I don't see any slinger ammo up here. Well, I guess we are going in without slinger ammo. Like the other pseudo-type wyverns, Tigrex's wings can be broken. I believe its back can be broken and its face can be broken, along with its tail being severable. Clean hit. In general, most of Tigrex's attacks are designed to hit in front of it, with the exception of things like its spin or its spinning swipe. If you can keep maneuvering around it, then it doesn't have a whole lot of things it can do quickly to get behind it and hit behind itself, but it does have a couple attacks that are particularly dangerous that you have to watch out for. And it is currently exhausted, which means it'll be a little bit slower on its feet. And also have the possibility to topple over and lose balance when it does the charges. Kind of like that. I think we got the arm, yep. Head. One break on the face. That's probably going to make it mad. Oh, got your tail. Unlike Barioth, taking off Tigrex's tail, well, I mean, breaking its arms, excuse me, taking off the tail doesn't really change a whole lot, except reduce its hit range. But breaking the arms doesn't cause it to stumble whenever it does its charges, unless it's exhausted like that. But getting as many breaks as possible will improve our rewards, which is the main thing. And that was a really lucky stagger. Now it's probably going to get bad. I don't know, really? There it goes. Another key feature for Tigrex's moveset that I haven't really demonstrated too well is its roar. Unlike the other monster roars, which are just noise, Tigrex's roar actually will hit around it in a radius and do damage. It's incredibly dangerous to be near the monster when it's roaring. And now that it's angry, we're going to have to be really careful. think the right arm still needs to be broken. And we can't really get the back unless we do a mount. But that's fine, we'll let it... We'll let you leave the area and grab our tail carve. Lash. Master rank tail bit. Overall, we did pretty good damage that particular round. If we can get some ammo and then smack Tiggy into the wall, we should be able to put the damage on and maintain momentum. It's very much a momentum-based fight. If you let Tigrex kind of dictate the pace of the fight, it will just run all over you. And fun fact, one of the key quests in Freedom Unite involved fighting two of these things at once in the same quest. I think it was one of the G rank entry quests that you had to do. And back in the day, my friend Flammy and I definitely spent a lot of time trying to get through that fight. It involved a lot of flash bomb spam. Let's see if we can get the arm tenderized here. Ah, no. That particular tenderizing move with the greatsword is tricky because the animation is so long. The monster really has to be distracted or hold still for a while in order for you to get the tenderize off. Let's see. No, not close to the wall. Kind of lure Tiggy towards a wall and see if we can get it to get a knockdown, but at this point I'd settle for just not getting mauled. Of course, timing my shoulder tackles correctly would be helpful. Whew. Missing. Alright, got the other wing. Oh, that was lucky. Back-to-back true charges, let's go. That's a lot of damage. Figured it would go enraged after that, but alright. I've seen some pretty interesting videos of people much higher level greatsword users than me fighting this monster and doing games of chicken with the charges it does. Things like facing it down and then shoulder tackling it head on to KO. I am not good enough to try and pull a swagger move like that. I will settle for not dying. Alright. The greatsword block in this particular fight is a real liability. In a pinch, it can keep you from eating a really nasty hit, but because Tigrex is so fast, being in block stun and being kind of off balance means if you're in any position to take more than one hit. You block the first one and then eat whatever second follow-up it throws. Which is why I'm generally trying to avoid relying on my block, vice just getting out of the way and getting in position. Alright, this is a bit more compact room. Let's see if we can get a wall smat. If I grapple to the hand, that's not going to help. Let's see, one more. That should do it. Gotcha. .502 is pretty good. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Tight corridors, not the most ideal place to fight. Let's see if we can get down here. Maybe the natives will help us out. Uh-oh. Okay. Otogron is hanging out in this particular area. Let someone knock it down? Oh, it's stuck in the vines, alright. Yeah, when it's in rage mode, trying to land hits on Tigrex is like playing chicken with a train. Very angry train with teeth. And it has the ability to sort of course correct and change directions with that charge a few times. So just because you block one pass doesn't mean you're safe. It can spin around and try and run you over multiple times. Ah. Thought it was leaving. Oh boy. Turn 4? Turn 4. Otogron gives a pretty good effort. It goes all in and then promptly gets stuffed as Tigrex tosses it like a ragdoll. But you gotta respect the hustle from Clifford. Of course, it didn't leave. Got knocked over. Let's see if we can use a dung pod. I do not want these two in the same area. Ow. Let's just give that some space. Okay. Now Tiggy's leaving. I was gonna try and get a knockdown on the wall there, but there was no real way to get between the two. And now we're back up here. Nope. Trying to get a grapple shot on its face. Oh, if it's tired, that'll do. It's a good hit. Alright. Got it limping. We can go ahead and drop a trap and finish the quest. Looking at about 20 minutes or so. Pretty par time for master rank, but not bad for a first attempt. I get the feeling this the fight after this is going to give me more trouble in this one. Alright. Sleepy boy. Alright. One down.
That just leaves Brachiodeos. Want to head back for a quick rest and a bite to eat?
Sure. Looking at the overall fight, I think we had one more break on the head. You can break off both of its ears, I believe. Got both arms, the tail, but not the back. Not bad. Overall, I like Tigrex as a fight. It's definitely different and pretty challenging. I don't think I prefer doing that fight with the greatsword. But we got through it. All we can do is go back to town, take a look at the gear that we got for dropping Tigrex, and then we'll proceed on with the next key quest against Brachiodeos.
We're halfway there.
I'm counting on you.
Okay, updated entries for those two. Good on the farm. I think we got a bounty. That might have been a Rotten Vale bounty for doing that particular hunt. 3 large monster capture. We could definitely fulfill that one next. Now we can take a look at the gear we unlocked.
That's alright, pickle.
Weapons. Let's see. For Tigrex, its tree splints off from the bone tree down here. The Tiger Jaw Blade, which is a pretty iconic weapon. This has been in pretty much every game that Tigrex has appeared in. It's basically a modified jawbone from the monster. It is super high raw, no element, and negative affinity. This was one of the best great swords in, I want to say, either Generations Ultimate or 4U. I know in the handhelds, the base Tigrex weapon was very good and useful all the way up to the end game. If we compare it to what we have now, it's the same damage, but with negative affinity, and it also doesn't have a decoration slot. At level 2, this thing's probably going to outpace the Guild Palace Blade by a decent amount, but I don't think I'm going to worry about making that particular weapon tree line for our weapon right now. If we go down to the armor, the Tigrex Alpha looks like this. It's pretty cool, bulky, heavily armored set. It still has the kind of cut-off shorts underneath the waist piece, which is Seems to be pretty consistent for the female models for some reason. But overall, it's pretty neat looking fully armored set. The head has 2 points in attack boost, 2 points in earplugs. Chest piece has 2 points in earplugs and 1 point in free meal, which is a chance to not consume one of the items that you're eating or drinking. The Tigrex Essence ups the maximum level of that free meal skill up to level 3. At level 3, 75% of the time you won't consume an item. That's pretty useful. The hands have speed eating level 2 and attack boost level 2. The waist has earplugs and free meal. And the legs have speed eating and free meal. Right out the box, this set will give you maxed out earplugs, so you won't stagger from monster roars. Level 4 attack boost, which is a pretty big raw damage and affinity jump. Level 3 free meal. Level 3 speed eating. Handicraft is from my charm. Overall, the Tigrex armor set is pretty functional for a lot of weapons. It's sort of a mid-high rank or master rank set. The skills are pretty useful, and it offers pretty good defense as well. I don't think there's anything on the armor set I need to make right now, but I do know a lot of people tend to build some of it for things like the free meal, and earplugs are handy against a lot of the monsters. But I don't think there's anything I want to make at the moment. Beta set looks like this. Very similar, but slightly different in different parts of the armor. The shoulder and waist pieces are different, and the helmet, which looks really cool, is one of the few helmets that fully covers the female character's face. Most of them tend to be open like this, but this one has a really neat sort of almost Dark Souls look to it. And as a trade-off for the pared down skills with the beta set, we get more decoration slots.